Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Fortnite video. Today we're going to be talking about 5 of what I think to be the most underrated landing spots in Fortnite. Now, specifically for this season, not just in general. But we are just going to look at non-name locations, because as you know, pretty much everybody lands in the name location, so you can't really call those underrated. We're gonna be focusing on the non-name locations because there's a couple of really good ones for this season. The last extremely dominant non-name location I can remember from the top of my mind was like the boat from like Chapter 2, Season 3. I'm pretty sure they added the boat back like after a couple of seasons, but then it just never came back. I mean, I've been trying to look for like plays that can be like similar to those sort of stuff. And keep in mind, I'm mostly a zero build player, so I'm looking at these from a zero build perspective. Now, these places could be good for build mode as well. So, watch the video. Maybe there's a name location, non-name location in here that you actually could probably use in build mode. I'm not entirely sure, but just keep in mind, I'm looking at these through the eyes of zero build players. All right. So we're here in the first match. First location we're gonna look at is this specific small island right here. This is my personal favorite spot for this season. Believe it or not, this is my favorite landing spot for this season, and I'll show you the reasons why here in a second. So, what makes this landing spot so good? It has a bunch of chests. I mean, obviously you want like a good amount of loot. And it has good enough loot for like solos. It has 3 buildings, well technically 4. You'll see why I say 4 technically. But there's a total of 3. There's this area right here. There's those 2 houses, and then there's a couple of tents all the way in the back. But what I think what sets this place apart from like a lot of others is that there's zip lines leading to some of the name locations of the map. So if you don't like the, oh man, I'm already off to a bad start. There's usually two chests there, but I'm just here to show you the place anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So there's these 2 buildings. There's this one right here, and then there's 2 zip lines leading towards the name location. So like after you loot up here, you can rush any of those places. And since it doesn't take long to loot, you can just get there early and get a couple of kills too. It's just like a safe place to get your loot before rushing somewhere else. It's not bad. There's usually 2 chests here max. This one building. It's right there and then right here. Then there is a chest right here usually. There's one here. And then there's one here. I got like really bad spawn this time. And then there's a sprite chest here sometimes. So you can get a free sprite most of the time. Just for landing here, which is pretty nice in itself, considering that on Mondays they increase the chances of getting some of the better sprites. Now heading over here, there's these 3 tents. Some of these have a chance of spawning a chest, like this one right here. There you go. And there's a launch pad right here. And I believe there's a launch pad all the way back there. The launch pad is not really that useful. Think about it. Actually, funny enough, I don't know if there's a chest back there, because I don't know if there's a launch pad right here. Oh, there is a chest back here. I just never bothered to go all the way back here. Okay, so that makes sense. It's just to go all the way back, which is nice, because once after you're done looting up here, you don't need to waste any movement on the on getting back over here. But yeah, you have movement to both 2 big name locations, and if you decide to also go into Golden Grove, you can head into the car wash that has a secret blue chest just waiting for you, or mythic chest, I guess, in this case. Which isn't bad. This name location has a good amount of stuff just laying around, just for being just a random place. Also, heading a bit more this way. Okay, yeah, no, I got a horrible spawn. There's usually a chest here. There's a chest usually there. Holy. Okay, this is not helping my case. But there's some chests here on the boat as well. 2 of them. which isn't bad in itself. And then there is a chest here. That's pretty much like the POI. It's not bad. I just happen to have gotten like the worst drop ever. Oh man, this is not helping my case. Okay. So we're here in the next match. The next landing location I'm gonna pick is that one right there. Once I land, you'll see why. On the outside doesn't really look like much, so you're just gonna have to wait and see. Because this is a pretty cool spot to land at, especially for solos. Heatwave Harbor is just known for having the little duck secret that you can do, like somewhere around here on the bridge. I think it's Heatwave Harbor because Cluster Coast that's the one for the duck, and this one's just this one's the one that has the rubber duckies that you can make race for loot. Now on the outside, this big island doesn't really look like much. Now, the secret behind this island is actually inside of the big island itself. There is actually a house in there, and that is what's gonna be our little landing spot here. Actually, I've never landed down there. I landed here though before. Oh god, there's somebody here landing with me. This is gonna make things difficult. Surely I win, right?
No.
Surely I win?
No.
There we go. Alright, so this is pretty much like a secret location. There's a bunch of stuff in here. There's some Fall Guy stuff in here. Now, there's a pretty good amount of loot laying around here. There's a chest. There's a couple of chests around the house. It's just a decent landing spot. There's a couple of good amount of chests up here. The house itself is really big too. There's another chest here. I've only landed here like a couple times, so give me a break, alright? There is a basement. There's some loot here, which is nice. And not to mention, this place is literally right next to Sunken Shores or Heatwave Harbor, so you can literally just go there as soon as you're done with here. There's a couple of vending machines. And there's just a good amount of chests. There's some vending machines. The place itself isn't like very popular. It's not a place that a lot of people like to go to. And I think there's a fun Easter egg here as well. I gotta look for the right place though. This place is pretty big. I gotta look for the room, the specific room I'm looking for. Is it this one in here? Oh yeah, it's this one in here. So there's two chests right here. Now, if you were to like stand right beneath this and shoot out the glass, you die. All right, so make sure you don't do that. Make sure you're standing far away from the glass. Maybe break this. You get the two chests that were right up there. Now, the only downside to this place is that it's like really far away from the circle. Unlike our last location, which was literally it's literally on the circle. Something I forgot to mention about this place is that, let's say their circle's like really far to the left, it'll end like right here by the shore, which is where you want to go either way. After you're done with either Wagyu Land, Golden Grove, or just finishing up to looting this place. So there's a plus for that over this location, but this location isn't entirely too bad. And there's also a sprite extraction point right next to it. Alright, so the next non-name location we're going to is right here. This little spot right here. I should have jumped much more earlier. But it's a small spot. Good amount of chest. It's right next to, well, again, I think you're just going to see the pattern over and over again with some of these locations. They're right next to two big name locations. And I think that's what makes some of these non-named places so big for the season. It's just they're right next to big name locations. So once you're done with this, you have enough loot to go challenge whoever are in these two name locations. God, this one's in between three. I just realized that. There's some loot here in the main room, but what matters is kind of like this side area of the building, because if you go up these steps, there's usually a chest right there. This time There's a chest right here. It goes a shotgun. Okay. I'm just gonna heal up real quick because I don't want anyone killing me while trying to do this. There's a bunch of steps to this place. So in each bed of each one of the rooms, there's usually a chest. And breaking through this window and just going over here. You'll find yourself this small house which has a lot of chests in it. Here's already one. Here's two. Here's three. Oh. Here's four. Here's five. There's 6, 7, and there's 8, and then there's 9. There's a lot of chests in this one building. God, count. Wait, is this 10? Yeah, this was 10 right here. There's another one right here. I didn't know one spawned right here because I never got this one. But yeah, that's 10 chests in this one area, including the house right there that you could just jump off of. Okay, fourth landing place we're going to be talking about is one that should be familiar to some people. To the left of Golden Grove, literally just right here, there is a car wash. Now, there is another car wash around the map, right here, where my cursor is. Now, what is so different about this specific spot compared to the other car wash? Now, the reason why I'm putting this one over some of the other ones is just for one simple little thing that makes both of these completely different from each other, and that is the fact that this car wash has a little secret. Now, if you go right here, and you break this floor right here with the vents, and you come down here, you will find yourself there in this this room, and there'll always 100% will be a mythic chest just waiting for you right here. So you basically just get free loot from just a free blue chest just from coming here. And there are a good amount of chests. There's around like 5 to 6 chests in this area. There's one right there. Usually one spawns here. There's one in the office here. Now you can get bad drops. It's possible. But again, the drop itself isn't entirely too bad. Let me break this. There's a chest right there. And if you go up here, there's another chest right here waiting for you.
No.
Oh, okay, I fell through. So there's actually like just a good amount of. Okay, I'm messing up really badly. But there's a good amount of chests around this area that you could just go, just get. And the place itself is right next to Golden Grove, which allows for just easier access to even more loot, because you get quick loot from chests here. You get a free mythic chest from coming here. You get a couple more chests from up here. There's usually one that spawns right behind this this stairs as well. And just from that, you're like ready to go for whoever's holding the place here at Golden Grove. Okay, so for final location, we're gonna be focusing on this little place right here to the left of Latte Landing. Is it Latte Landing? Yeah, it's Latte Landing. Okay, I don't land on this side of the map very often. It's usually just like the this bottom right part. I don't land in this like 3 areas all that much. Now, this place is not bad. You have access to quite a good amount of chests, and then you have access to these 2 houses right over here that you can rotate to. Seems like somebody's landing here. Oh, yep. All right, so back to the whole fucking back to the video. God damn. There's a good amount of chests in this area, especially like just in each room. And then, like I said, you could just rotate to the other building. And it seems like I'm getting pretty lucky here. Where's this chest I'm missing? But there's a good amount of chests in this area. There's nothing too big about the location itself. You're just gonna find a good amount of loot to just, you know, suit up and just go to a different location, kind of like Lifty Lodge, Latte Landing. Kind of, like I said, a lot of these locations that I'm trying to show off are basically like right next to a big POI that you can push, right? And that's kind of like the whole thing about these small landings. They just prepare you for these bigger POIs, because sometimes people don't like, they just want to have a safe landing at the beginning of matches, so then they can go ahead and do whatever they feel like doing, right? And these POIs, these small POIs, kind of give you that. They give you the loot you need to start pushing these bigger POIs. And I mean, this one's not too bad, right? We got some chests from the pool, the bathrooms, the rooms inside of the building, and with the shockwave here, we get to come over here to this house right here. I didn't even realize. It's been a while since I landed here, but basically you get access to this house. Hopefully I don't got them die here. So there's a chest right here. There's a bunch of chests scattered around the house. You get the point. It's just a house with a large amount of chests. There's nothing too big about this location. It's the reason why I left it for last. There's really not much here. But it's not a bad land. Okay, why is there everyone landing here? And that pretty much does about it for the 5 landing spots. This final one isn't all that great. I mean, it's good. I'm not saying it's horrible. It's a good landing spot. It's a good landing spot. Obviously, I wouldn't make these this list if none of these landing spots were good. I just feel like this one I feel is personally the worst one out of the 4. I think it's worse than the car wash, because the car wash gives you a free blue chest. I mean, you have the chance of getting a free blue chest from these up here, but I just feel like the overall loot quality from the car wash is better, considering that there's also a POI literally right next to the car wash. And that pretty much does it for the 5th one, and that does it for the list as well overall. Now, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit a like, subscribe, and it always supports the channel. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye bye.